July 3rd, 1776, John Adams wrote a letter to Abigail Adams. He wrote, "The second day of July 1776 will be the most memorable epoch in the history of America. It ought to be commemorated as the day of deliverance by solemn act of devotion to God Almighty. It be solemn and parade with shoes, games, sports guns, bells, bonfires and illuminations from one end to this continent to the other from this time forward and forevermore." Adams might had the exact day wrong in his prediction, but otherwise, oh, how right he was. Remember, this was written at a time of revolution, a time of war, no guarantee of safety or security or prosperity, but you can feel the optimism and hope and Adam's words of ravishing light and glory to come. The promise of freedom stirred at a yearning that would prove far greater than any risk that may confront them. It's why 56 and their names in the Declaration of Independence, because they saw the promise of freedom, and today they live in the past, blessing of the future hope. Fast forward to 2022. America bitterly divided to the point where some question why we celebrate July 4th in the first place. Things that binds us together is that Americans always find a way. We always have that yearning for liberty and independence. It's been passed down on us from generation to generation. We can't help it. The desire to forge our own future always find a way to shine through the hardest of circumstances. When the pandemic hit and cities canceled fireworks displays, in 2020 sales for fireworks went through the roof. That's the spirit of independence that's inside of us. It's who we are, and anyone from around the globe can come to America and fit right in, because all you have to do is be American and simply appreciate and love and have desire to live free. So this July 4th, amid all our differences, remember why we celebrate. Not that we're a perfect country, we're far from it, but we are a country where you're allowed to speak freely, to criticize your government, not to be pursued for it, so that we can pursue our happiness and try to become a more perfect union and celebrate, because God has so greatly blessed this nation, whose founder some 246 years ago boldly risked everything under firm reliance on the protection of divine providence. And the most important reason why we celebrate today, because we failed to hand down that yearning to be free, that love of liberty, future generations who will be left to defend. So go forward, solemn act of devotion to God Almighty. And of course, all your guns, bells, and illuminations, have a fantastic July 4th.